So then, this is the 294 going from Worcester to Kidderminster, and this is operated by Aston's Coaches, formerly Coniston Coaches, Diamond Bus and First Worcestershire. And this was filmed on the 12th of July 2021, and we are travelling on an Enviro 300, which only makes rare appearances on the 294 and 296, because normally this route would see ADL Enviro 200s and even a right street light, especially the smaller street lights that Aston's have. So we are just coming out of the Crowngate bus station in Worcester, and we will be heading onto the other side of the bridge, because as you know, this is also filmed on the same corridor as the 296, the Worcester to Bewdley. So this is actually including what you would find on the 296 as far as Stourport. So here we are, just heading out of Worcester now. And as you know, Aston's do operate a handful of routes in Worcester, and of course you've got other bus operators in the area. You've got First Worcestershire, which is the main operator. Of course you've got Diamond Bus, you've got Johnson's, you even have other operators as well in the area. You even got Yarrington's, which do the 758 service to Tenbury. And of course they do the college sixth form contract as well. Of course, Johnson's, they only do a few of their routes. It's actually the 150s, which are Redditch and Birmingham. And Diamond only do two routes in Worcester. They've got the sixth form service, 302, and then the 303, the one to Kidderminster, which is the other Kidderminster service, the direct service from Worcester. So here we are, just heading towards the Henwick Road area, and we will also be passing Worcester University at St John's. So as you probably know, I'm talking over the mic because basically there's copyright music on, and I don't want to get a copyright on my YouTube channel. And so far now we've got 600 subscribers. Woo! Can't you believe it? 600. That is a lot of subscribers that you'd find on this channel, and I'm really proud of it. So here we are at St John's area, which is on the other side of the bridge, and of course there's a Sainsbury's store here as well at Worcester St John's. And we're now heading to the Henwick Road area on the 294 towards Kidderminster via Hallow. And of course, if you remembered, there used to be a 295 service that used to run from here to Kidderminster. That was a frequent service, but that has now been renumbered the 296. Instead of going to Kidderminster, it's going towards Bewdley area. So then we have just crossed the St John's area now, and we're now heading down the Henwick Road, and we'll be heading to the Henwick Road level crossing where the train services go past, which are part of the Malverns line, which are provided by Great Western Railway and of course West Midlands Railway. So here we are coming over the level crossing at Henwick Road. So there's the tracks for the trains. So that was the level crossing, and we're just on our way now to Worcester University, because this service also serves the university, and we've just passed Dennis Start, operated by LMS Travel. As you know, LMS also operate in the Worcester area. They do a lot of the locals as well. So we're carrying on down the Henwick Road all the way down towards the university. So then we're now heading down towards the university at Worcester now on the 294, which is shared with the 296 between Worcester and Stourport. And as you probably know, this isn't the only service to serve the area. You even got the 31A, which goes into the university grounds. Previously, you had the 31 as well, but however, the 31 got taken off during the first coronavirus lockdown. And it's really confusing, to be honest, because why I got a 31A when there's no 31? It's really interesting, to be honest, because when the 31 was operating, it used a Riverside branded Optare Solo, while the 31s used the bigger buses. So it is really interesting to see just a 31A rather than a 31. So anyway, here we are at the Worcester University right now for Worcester. So we're going to carry on down the road now and heading into Stourport, which is part of the Wyre Forest border. So then we're just about to head onto the road, which will take us into Harlow. So we'll be heading out of the town area, and we will be heading into the countryside. So we're now heading towards the beautiful countryside on the 294. As you know, the countryside is wonderful because you get a lot of scenic views here. You've got views from miles away, you've got fields, and of course if I was sitting on the opposite side, unfortunately I'm not, you would have seen a tall pointy building on top of a hill. That is a clock tower at Aberley Hall School. And of course you'd find that on the 758 route operated by Yarringtons, the service to Tenbury. And I will be filming the 758 real soon. Unfortunately, due to COVID, I'm not going to do a real version of that at the moment, but I am going to do it sometime in 2022. So stay tuned that it's possibly going to be back on for 2022. Because I haven't been to Tenbury at all for 2021 because of the COVID pandemic, and I'm liking just to make sure that every area is safe and secure for myself. But like I say, don't think about what's going on outside, just always think about Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures, the best YouTube channel ever. So here we are, heading into the lovely countryside area now. And of course you even got Martley and Clifton on Team, which is nearby. So we are just heading down the road, and by the time we come out into the lovely scenic area, we will then be in the best part of the area, the Worcestershire countryside. And the Worcestershire countryside is going to take us through Holtheath and even through Harlow, and also over through Shrawley and over to Astley for Astley Birth, and then we would come on to the Walshes at Harley Kings in Stourport. And then we will head right into Stourport town centre. The service would continue to Bewdley, but we're making this into the 294, so we're going to do a virtual journey as far as Stourport, as far as the turn off at the end of Burlish, and then we'll end after Burlish, and then we'll turn off left, and then do most of the virtual journey as far as the most of Stourport roads, and then we will include the number 3 video, which is the Diamond service from Harley Kings, and that will complete our 294 service to Kidderminster. So carrying on, as you can tell, we're now going past the Top Barn Farm at Holtheath. If you know, there's a variety of different outlets within that area, so as you know, we've got loads of stuff to see in the Harlow countryside area. So then we're now heading down the lovely countryside as we know, and we're now coming in towards Hallow or Holteeth, which is a small hamlet outside of Worcester. And we're just going across a crossover which also leads in towards Ombersley. Now, there used to be a 354 service that used to run from here to Redditch. It used to come from Hallow, but it's now cut back to Droitwich only. So here we are, going through the lovely, peaceful hamlet area. It's really rural. Like, I always like to have a good rural feel of the area. So you get a good rural peace of mind. It is lovely, to be honest. So you can tell that we're now in the beauty of the rural area, because, as you know, I do enjoy a bit of rural feel to each area when I travel all around different borders like Staffordshire, Shropshire and Worcestershire. So here we are, just going along now. And as you probably know, Diamond have taken E300s down the 296 in the past. Because, as you know, I like the E300s as well as the Enviro 200s, even the right street lights and the Optare Solos. However, Astons don't use Optare Solos compared to Diamond Bus, First Worcestershire and even Arriva Midlands and other operators within Worcestershire, West Midlands and Shropshire. So we just passed an Aston street light, which is on the Worcester local services. Because, as you know, I am interested in doing the Worcester local services provided by Astons and LMS in a not too distant future. This year's been okay. It's not been as bad as 2020 when the whole nation went into a lockdown. The first lockdown began on the 23rd of March 2020. Means we all had to stay at home and only go out when it was absolutely necessary. And it was one of the most shocking times of all. And then non-essential travel ban was lifted in June, July time. Everything went well up until October and November. And then we had this long lockdown for 4 weeks. Up until December, so it was a month-long lockdown. And then after that month-long lockdown, we returned to the tiers, and then most of the area went into, most of Dudley, Samwell and other areas went into tier 4. And tier 4 was one of the most shocking tiers of all time, when we all had to stay at home, and then the whole country followed suit with a national lockdown, meaning we all had to stay at home once again to protect the National Health Service, the NHS, and also saving lives. So, back to the route now. We're in the lovely countryside area now on the 294, part with the 296 service. So you can tell this is a bit like heading down towards the seaside area, like the likes of Dorset and even Somerset and also West Sussex, all kinds of areas. So here we are, heading along the rural area. I think that was Hallow or Holteeth. Well, it was Hallow, and then we'll be coming in towards Holteeth area. So we shall soon be arriving at the Holteeth area, and this Enviro 300 is really fast. Of course, Coniston have taken big vehicles down here. They've taken a coach, Van Hool coach, and even a Scania Solar. If you remember the Scania Solar. Of course, there are other operators that have Scania Solars, like Minsterley Motors had some, and even Midland Classic had some as well. If you remember the Solars at Midland Classic, they used to be on the X12, which used to be the old Burton to Sutton Coldfield. And there was other operators that had Scania Solars, even a Reaver, but D&G Chase Rider, they do have a Scania Solar, and D&G Chase Rider used to be known as Arriva Midlands Cannock Depot. So here we are at Hull Teeth area now, on the 294, and here we are turning off downwards, and we're heading in the direction towards Stourport. So then here we are, just now heading towards the Shrawley area now on the 294. So we're now heading downwards, also towards Lenchford area, if you know Lenchford. And if you probably remembered when the route was Coniston's just before the COVID pandemic, the whole of Worcester started to come to a standstill because of devastating floods from the River Severn. Because as you know, the River Severn it actually flows through Worcester area, and it's been a difficult time for Worcester before the coronavirus outbreak. And of course, the floods caused a huge knock effect to the 296, meaning the 296 had to either cut its journey or not run at all, and only run as far as Lenchford, because the floods affected Lenchford, because most of this route is followed with the River Severn, which is one of the biggest rivers in the West Midlands. So there's the Lenchford Inn pub. So we're now going through Lenchford Common, and so this is the common area at Lenchford, and then we shall be heading into Stourport, which is not so far from here. And then after Lenchford and Shrawley, we'll be into Stourport, do the virtual journey, and then we'll head into Kidderminster, which will be the final destination for the service. So here we are, heading along the route towards Stourport. And as you know, we're not far from Stourport area, nearly, so we'll nearly be there. And it's been a good long journey at the 294 and 296. If you know, the 296 video has also been done on the 12th of June. 12th of July, 12th of June 2021, so you can also watch that video as well on my YouTube channel. So we're hoping to reach higher subscribers after this video, so we shall soon have the high amount of YouTube subscribers, and won't you believe it, 600 subscribers we got at the moment. We shall soon be going to 601 and nearly 602, but we'll definitely see an increase in subscribers, I'm sure, for that. So here we are, heading towards so we're heading towards Stourport area. Stourport and Chorley and over Astley. So it's been a good journey here on the 296, 294 so far. So we're just going along the common area. So we've done the 295 rediscovered, and we just need to do the 294 video, and then after the 294 we'll then start. We'll continue with the 7th series, and of course coming up Thursday we've got to try out the new number 8, the Kidderminster, the rifle range to Hales Park, but we're going to do Hales Park to rifle range for a change, because we've not yet done rifle range to Hales Park to rifle range just yet, so that's going to be one new interesting thing to do. So here we are, not so far away from Stourport right now. So then we're not far away from Stourport. I do apologise that I said my new interesting thing to do. I meant my next vlog that I'm going to do coming up. So if you didn't mind that, but like I say, I was just saying that by accident. I meant video, my next video that I'm going to do on this YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. So we're not going to be far away from Stourport area now, so we're just heading down the country lanes, and then we will be heading into Stourport. Of course, Stourport is a lovely, popular town on the River Severn, and of course you even have 2 fun fairs as well. You have the Funland, you have Treasure Island, and of course you've got Playland as well for the little kids, because as you know, the kids love the little fun fair area. I used to love coming here when I was a kid, but like I say, I still go to Stourport to go around the popular town. There's no point refusing to go to Stourport, because it's an all-age town. You can always have a look back at the memories when you have been to Stourport, because as you know, I love Stourport so much, even Kidderminster, because I do go to Kidderminster often as well. So like I say, it's been a while since I've been doing proper videos, but we're getting back into it. It was just taking a short break, but like I say, we're going to be back out again on Thursday to do the new version of the 8 Hales Park to rifle range, since they've changed the route over. So I'm also going to include mix that into the 2L as well. If you remember the old 2L Kidderminster to Ludlow to Kidderminster, of course the old, and of course the other Ludlow service, which was the other 2L. So we are going to make a lot more videos onto this channel, so it should be all good. And by the time I have this all uploaded, we should get to the high amount of subscribers. And can't you believe it? The higher amount of subscribers. What would be the best thing to complete this awesome YouTube channel? Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. And so anyway, here we are. We're not going to be far away from Stourport right now. So we're nearly heading to Stourport. Now, as you probably know, most of this route is basically the 296, and if you probably know Adam King, his YouTube channel in capital letters, check out his YouTube channel. He's got loads of videos on there, and of course he's one of the best YouTube channels out there as well, so hope you could subscribe to his channel as well. And of course, as you probably know, we'll be doing some Worcester routes maybe in the not too distant future, hopefully for next year 2022, where there's actually a service spree 6 spree that goes from Worcester to Tewkesbury, and I'm really interested in the Tewkesbury service, and also the 540, which is the Tewkesbury to Evesham as well. As you probably know, I've done Evesham, but I've never done full vlogs over that way. And of course, Evesham has the 247 to Redditch and the X15 to Worcester. And the interesting thing is that the X50 is the only service that's operated by First Worcestershire in the Evesham area. So then we're now heading on our way towards Stourport. Now, of course, Stourport, you've got connections to the two local services, the 15A and 15C. At the time I was filming this, it was operated by Aston's, and it is now operated by Diamond Bus from the Kidderminster depot. And, of course, it fits in with the 3, which is the Stourport, Kidderminster to Stourport and Arley Kings. And of course, the only routes that Aston's do in the Stourport area now, the frequent ones are the 296 and the 294, but the 294 only runs evenings and early mornings. And of course, you even have the S15, which is the school service, and I will be considering of making a virtual school service as well, because as you know, a lot want to make sure that I get more subscribers onto this channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. So we will be doing a school version of the 296. 296, the S15, and then after the S15, we'll also, and of course there was even a service 760 that used to run from Kidderminster to Tenbury Wells. It was operated by Yarringtons, and that area is now totally isolated. There's no service that goes up and down the area than they used to back in the old days. And I'm hoping to make a revise on that route to make it to come back to virtually normal. So I'm gonna make a rediscovery of the route. As you probably refer to, like what I did with the 295s and all the other routes, that all came to be scrapped. So here we are, guys. We're now nearly we're now at the Walshes area in Stourport, and then we're gonna head towards Stourport Town Centre. If you know, Stourport Town Centre's on the River Severn, and of course the other part on the River Severn area is Upton on Severn. The difference between Stourport and Upton, Stourport has a fun fair while Upton doesn't, because Stourport's is permanent while Upton would just only have it seasonally. So we're nearly arriving at the town centre in Stourport. But first we're going to go across the Arley Kings area. So Arley Kings is not that far away from here. So we're now going to head over Arley Kings and then head into the town of Stourport. So then we're just now coming across the Walshes estate now. So we're not going to be far away from Stourport soon. So we'll soon be arriving at Stourport, and then we're going to do a virtual trip round the Burlish area, and then we will head along the Stourport Road, and then we're going to go actual all the way towards Kidderminster, but that is going to be served on the number 3 route, which is operated by Diamond Bus. So we're not going to be that far now, so not that far to go, so we shall soon be arriving at Stourport, and then virtual to Park the Stourport Road, and then actual on the 3 into Kidderminster. And I hope that you're enjoying the video, and 600 subscribers, can't you believe it, 600. So we've got a lot more subscribers now on the YouTube channel. And it's been a popular YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures has. and we've got loads more subscribers on its way very soon, so stay tuned. There'll be more subscribers on the way, and I hope that you're going to enjoy this brilliant YouTube channel, and we shall soon be heading to 1 million. Maybe, you never know, we could get to 1 million subscribers with the amount of videos that I'll be uploading throughout the week, and then we'll go back to our actual ones, the new versions. We're going to do the 8s, and then next week we'll do the 15, and then we're not sure what we'll do after that one. We might just take a short break, but like I say, we're going to keep up with the channel. We're not going to lose this amazing channel, because we've got to keep this channel going. We need to keep this channel up and running. As always, we mustn't give up this YouTube channel, because it's the best YouTube channel that you can find. There's no other YouTube channels that might be like this one, but it's going to be absolutely fun. I'm hoping to get the aeroplanes back onto this YouTube channel, because as you know, I haven't been uploading aeroplane videos for some time now. It's because of the COVID pandemic. I can't go to an airport to watch some planes, and I can't even but hopefully next year, if things are going well in the right direction, might be going to Orlando in Florida. So that is one of my favourite places to go. I'm hopefully optimistic that Orlando's possibly going to be on the list for 2022, because the US are going to start lifting the ban on travel restrictions between the EU, the UK and themselves. So hopefully next year, 2022, Orlando is going to be on the green list for me for 2022. If things are going in the right direction, I'm going to be really excited to hear some positives about the time I'm going to Orlando, and we should all be in good position by the time Orlando comes onto this YouTube channel, and I'm going to be so excited to hear the good news that Orlando will be on our list for 2022. But if not, there's also Swanage in Dorset, because as you know, Swanage in Dorset was off the list again for 2021, but hopefully we might get it back on for 2022 as well. So we might do a bit of everything, but who knows. But still, we're going through 2021. And so far, it's been a good year. There's not been any news about another lockdown, but however, that's no longer going to happen now, by the looks of it, with things all going in the right direction and things starting to pick back up again. Like everything is seeming to get back to the pre-COVID levels. So we shall soon get back to the higher level again. By more next year, so it could be months and maybe a few more years before we can see life returning to normal. I know it might not be the normal as we knew it, but you never know, it could be maybe very soon. So we will get back to normal very soon. So, but like I say, this is the new normal at the moment, but however, the new normal could be similar to the old normal, but we don't know what it will look like at the moment. So here we are, ready to turn off now, and we're just coming into Starport, and then we're going to go on to the 29. We're then going to do the Burlish, and then we're going to go after Burlish over to Kidderminster area. So here we are, just approaching Starport Town Centre. Thank you for seeing part of the 296 from Worcester. And the next bit we'll do is the 294. Oh, well, the 294 round the Burlish area. And then we'll do the bit into Kidderminster. And like I say, we've got 600 subscribers. We've got to keep up with the YouTube channel, as always, so we can make it one of the best successful YouTube channels of all time. So there's the Treasure Island fun park right there. So here we are, coming towards the Kidderminster. So we're coming towards Starport Town Centre, and there is the original factory shop, which used to be known as Quick Save. So we're just descending up to Starport Town Centre, where the journey has been completed from Worcester, and then we'll do the virtual part that's going to take us around Burlish area, which is near towards Birch and Coppice, Burlish Lick. So here we are, just heading around, and then our journey has now been successful. So I will see you on the virtual section of the service 294. So then, this is now the virtual trip around Burlish area now on the 294, and of course we're sharing with the 15 service. So we're going to go all round Lower Lickhill Road, and we shall soon be heading towards the turnaround point. So we just turned around and we're now heading round Windermere Road. So this is the Starport Road. So now going along the Starport Road, and then we're going to end our journey on the 294. So here we are, Starport Road. So we're now going to head for the 3.